What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Stogey Society Podcast. I am super excited to get into what we're smoking and what we're pairing tonight. But before we do that, we're going to give a shout out to our channel sponsors. I want to give a big shout out to Luxury Cigar Club for being the main sponsor of our channel and also providing such a nice and interesting cigar that we're going to get into. We love getting our luxury platinum packs each month, and I gotta say, I don't know if you guys really like this tasting card, but the tasting card makes this so easy. So I have a tasting card in front of us. I got notes. So Luxury Cigar Club, first time 15% off your first go around with them. Does not include the subscription boxes. We also want to give a shout out, especially for those of us who are in Southern California, to Above the Level Construction. They do some great concrete work. So anybody who's in need of concrete construction, give them a call. And we really appreciate them as a sponsor. So let's get into what we're smoking tonight and what we're pairing. Fellas, you all have the Principle Accomplice Holiday Bauble 2025. Mine's going to do some funny stuff with the green screen because of this green band down here. But man, isn't that a cool little Piggly Wiggly cap?
It was, yeah.
I left mine on just so I could show it.
Yeah.
Nice, man. So the Principle Accomplice Holiday Bauble is has a Mexican wrapper with the Dominican binder and Dominican and USA fillers. The size is 4.5 by 60 ring gauge, and this is part of their annual holiday bauble releases. I'm going to throw out my pairing because it's a little long-winded, and then I'll hand it over to you guys. Not sure if you've seen this one. This is the Bacta 1928.
Dang, that's a nice bottle.
It's a cool looking bottle, and it's their whole like slogan with it is taste 100 years. And so they do 60% of this as a 2018 rye whiskey, with 30% of it as an XO Calvados, and then 10% is a blend of these like ultra aged Armagnacs. So kind of an interesting one that I thought I'd bring out and show you. So how are you guys doing tonight?
That is interesting.
Doing good.
Good, man. Good.
Let's see
what do you guys have for pairing.
Let me go, Randall. Sorry, I already have my bottle ready.
Oh, you're good.
I'm doing a Weller. Just a little pour, something to kind of wet the whistle, and a coffee liquor, whatever the hell it is. I don't even know. It's one of those buzz balls.
I thought it was a White Russian.
That's what it tastes like. Honestly, it tastes like White Russian. But it's one of those buzz balls. But like if you buy them at the gas station, they're wine based. But I buy them at the liquor store, so they're alcohol based. So they're pretty good. I like them.
So for me, I'm keeping it a little bit more simple tonight. Just been in a beer mood again recently, and so I'm drinking these Hellas Hefeweizens or Hefeweizen, and just Bavarian beer, German, whatever. So hopefully they pair well. But I will say right here off the jump, having issues with that cap, and I'm actually having a hard time getting flavor notes out of this. So I'm hoping there's not somewhere else the air is coming out, like under the band maybe, but we shall see. But right now I'm having a hard time with this one.
Yeah, how's your draw?
I'm actually okay. Mine's okay. Okay, so like when I was doing the cold draw, I forgot that it has a completely closed foot, like sealed foot.
Sealed.
I was like, holy crap, what's wrong with the cigar? And then I'm like, oh yeah, never mind. But yeah, it's doing good for me. That I had a crack as well on the top, but I don't taste anything. I mean, it doesn't affect my smoking.
It's starting to open up a little bit now here. I think maybe I found the issue somewhere and just kind of closed it with my saliva or something. But good. It is getting a little bit better. So let's hope that continues.
Absolutely.
All right, let's say hi to the chat. We got Todd, the cigar idiot. I hate saying that because I'm pretty sure he's not an idiot, but that's his name. Again, you guys, happy the Placencia year of the horse. It's a spicy steed.
Mm.
Huh. Okay, cool. A good way to describe it, I guess. We have the guests. You're lucky most reviewers have to make up their own tasting note. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. We have the now. That's why we have the cheat sheet.
Do they give tasting
AJ?
notes? I don't think they do. It's more about like blend info, right?
Yeah. Almac with
Yeah.
a Basil Hayden toast for me tonight. Nice. Olmec. I like the Olmec.
Mm-hmm.
Olmec is good.
Yeah.
Maduro Claro.
And Ugo and DC probably won't be on because they are in Tijuana and they're getting ready for Ugo's wedding. So congrats to Ugo and hopefully it all goes well for him, dude. We are so happy for him and you know he deserves it. And so yeah.
Absolutely.
Edgar, what's going on, Edgar? So yeah.
So far, right off the jump here, what are you guys getting?
So for me, there's a little bit of like this coffee bitterness and earth right here to start. A very, very light kind of pepper sensation, but not much of that. What about you?
I'm getting when it does hit right, I'm getting a spicy wood, but there is like a sweetness to it. There's a little bit of slick of leather, but I'm trying to describe exactly what kind of sweetness. It's like a sweet hay, but there's also some kind of spice, like baking spice in there too. And it's just starting to develop here, but I'm still getting a lot of draws where I'm getting a lot of extra air in the pull. So I'm really hoping that it fixes it. I don't have any cigar glue, unfortunately.
Well, as soon as I was saying that mine didn't have an issue, my little wrapper started coming off too. But let's hope that doesn't affect it. Yeah, for me, I'm getting the like a creamy coffee with like cinnamon, and but I do get like when you add extra like an extra special espresso shot to your coffee. It's got that little bitterness, little slight bitterness, not too much, not like a full on espresso or like dark chocolate bitterness. No, it's just a hint. So I'm so far for me, it's starting off good.
Yeah, man, I enjoy
stays that way.
espresso, so I definitely can appreciate that espresso call out more than just coffee. The draw is just really open, like it's a big ring gauge, like
yeah. Is anybody else getting that baking spice I'm getting? I think it has a really nice like baking spice note. It's kind of getting strong there.
Well, I think like for me, the cinnamon is I think I consider that like a baking spice.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, maybe a little sweeter. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Keith? Keith's in the house.
Anybody retro yet?
Yes,
yes, every time.
It's the way to go for this cigar.
Yeah, it's good
because it's very easy. Like
yeah,
there's not a lot of spice on that retro. Very nice.
Nope.
It does have a nice longer finish.
It does. Yeah.
So that's very exciting, especially right here in the beginning.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So should we do top 25 discussion first or news first?
I say let's do news first.
Yeah,
let's do news.
Try this
what's happening? What's happening out there?
Oh man, so many things are happening. So I think let's do this what's that game show where like people do the X Factor, yeah. So if you want to cut off a story, like there's going to be some stories that have come up that are just about like cigar accessories and stuff. We can always skip through those, but the one that I think people in certain discords have been chatting a lot about is EGM coming to the US. So have you guys tried any of those yet?
No, but I love their marketing.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have fantastic, like they're developing the lifestyle of like the Italian suits, no socks, espresso at the table in front of the beach.
I think it's an interesting thing that's going on with them because their social media accounts have grown so much over the last
tremendously.
year or so. And so I think what happens inherently is that social media algorithm pushes out content as like test in different markets, right? And certain markets will fail. And I don't think the algorithms generally inherently understand that this is like smoking related content sometimes. And so if you go through their comment sections on their videos and reels, it's actually really funny. There's so many people that are not supposed to be seeing that reel that are getting it because they're so popular now. So you get a lot of those responses. They're like, oh, that's a really fancy way to get cancer. That's a really fancy way to die. Oh, and so you get all these like critical people who like know nothing about cigars, nothing about, they just see it as a cigarette product, right? And so their comment threads are pretty crazy. So if you ever get bored, want some entertainment.
Honestly, I wonder if the algorithm is pushing that brand out to fashion YouTube, fashion Instagram, because they're a lifestyle in a way.
Totally lifestyle.
Like especially men's lifestyle, cologne, cigars, bourbons, whiskeys, well dressed, stuff like that. It's all gets pushed to a lot of men. And I'm have a feeling their brand is getting helped a lot through algorithmic tendencies, and algorithmic help.
And I'm pretty sure that they're investing a lot of money on like advertising and like pushing out their stuff on Instagram and boosting their posts, because they're like, I mean, in a matter of like, a short time, their media blew up, dude. Like,
yeah,
it's everywhere.
They I think they had a fundamental transition, I would say roughly a year or so ago. I've been a customer over the years because they always had great Habano selection, right? And I think one of the transitions that has happened with their branding is they've moved themselves from a brand that was very much directed at providing secondary market sale for Habanos. So basically buying up at good pricing in certain markets and reselling Habanos. And so from EGM, you could always get like certain regional releases that were not Swiss regionals. You're like, oh, how are you getting this? Right. So they had supply lines to get certain things, and EGM cigars were a background product. So as a consumer looking at that stuff, you would see, oh, what's this inexpensive EGM cigar over here? Maybe I'll add a few to my cart. And that's how I actually started doing, even reviews on EGM cigars, I think over a year ago. Some of my first reviews on YouTube were EGM cigars. And I stopped doing them because the viewership was poor and they weren't that great. And, here I am now, quite a ways later. EGM is entering the US market with a total rebrand. They have stopped authorizing even so much as viewing Habanos listings on their page by US IP addresses. So if you go to their website now, where you used to be able to see everything, you cannot see anything Habanos related. But EGM products they're now promoting, and now they're available and on distribution here in the US. But it's done at a kind of a premium, both in terms of how it's being portrayed and also the pricing. I was talking to a retailer recently about it, and I was like, yeah, it's interesting. Like the pricing is so significantly higher. And he was like, really? And I showed him some receipts from my purchases a long time ago. And I was like, this is what they actually used to cost. And it's like, they've gone up by $5 to $10 per stick price.
What is the reasoning of that? Like the whole thing, like, was the new management? Did they just, when they entered the new market, they wanted to reinvent themselves like the new guy?
I mean, I can't say I've talked to them directly about it, so it could be any of that. I think it would make sense with kind of their social media image, that reinventing, that this is the more premium, that you think that this other brand that you're trying to buy from us is more premium. You think Habanos are more premium, but we're going to paint ourselves in a light that puts us on the pedestal. We're going to have price equivalence across the board, where you're going to pay $30 a stick for our big, Bellicoso, and you're going to pay the same for a BBF, and it's like, yeah, you don't have that product. You're trying to make me believe you do. You got a pretty band and some good branding. I'm not seeing it. So that's why I thought it was kind of interesting when people were looking at them and talking about them a lot. And I was like, ask me what I think.
The other thing I think is interesting about their marketing, I feel like whomever is in their communications marketing team is really trying to jump on a lot of different types of content. For example, they're jumping into the ASMR stuff. They're jumping into the you want to be here visualization. Look at these two gentlemen in suits, and then they pull out this nice Lancero. They pulled out the perfect looking cigar for this croissant and espresso, and or a short robusto or something. And you're like, or cigarella, for example. Like a lot of companies aren't showcasing those in their marketing so much that I've seen. Could be wrong, but they seem to go to every Vitola and create some kind of video or short wrapped around that Vitola.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, that's the GM topic. I don't know that there's too much more than that. You guys have anything else you want to say on that one?
No, I mean, I still would want to try one just because, of course.
You should try everything, right? Like that's
try one, yeah, right. But I don't know, man. I've seen some of the prices on some of these, and I'm like, I don't know.
It just doesn't make sense, right?
And the reviews that people have been giving them make me really not want to try them. They're giving them pretty, mid to like low reviews, being that they're higher in price. You know what I mean?
Well, that sort of inherently is what happens, right? Is like when you start moving the price up, people's expectations go up. And, these brands don't always account for that. They go, well, we have a good product. Why can't we do that? It's like, you don't have the legacy. You don't have the offering. You've got to have some bit of it, right? Like, there's every bit of an argument to be made about a lot of Habanos that come out, right? Like there are good ones. I'm a fan, but there are plenty that ride on legacy that are not as good or not what they once were. And so if we're honest about that, it's like you're coming to the market, you don't have legacy yet, and you're not bringing the product. You got to have one of those two things. So
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No. I agree.
All right. Next on the docket, I'm not going to spend too much time on accessories, but let's see. Cigar Oasis came out with their 4.0, so new humidor tech. So for people with kind of like smaller cabinet size, those are out. What else? Paleo, the Paleo Pro Trevi. It's a new like multi-tool, like V-cut lighter that's come out. The one I want to spend some time on, there are a couple. There was a big U.S. Supreme Court, or rather Court of Appeals case in the D.C. Circuit. And so that one was particularly interesting because it was the CRA, CAA, the Cigar Association of America, v. the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. So this was a really, really big, case. And the question really is about the deeming rule. And so the deeming rule kind of in what it means is whether or not you can file certain things under the assumption of a law. So if you make tobacco rules and you then think that all tobacco related products like vapes and cigars and cigarettes have to be included under the regulation you've made, that's using the deeming rule. And so essentially what has happened is the CAA has come to this court case and said, you know what, cigars are different. We have a different product. And they were found to actually have met the standard for that. And so the court did agree that the FDA acted arbitrarily and capriciously when it chose to regulate premium cigars under the deeming rule because they ignored evidence about the risk profile of premium handmade cigars. There's plenty of data about like cigar risk profiles, and cigars don't follow the same risk as cigarettes and other products. And so being able to show that in court and win that case basically sends that case back down to lower courts to reassess what a premium cigar is. How are we going to define it? And so it takes it out of the scope of regulating it like a cigarette. And so that's a big win.
Finally, I hate getting compared to cigarette smokers. No shade to them, but it's different.
Oh,
Same.
it's same but different, and it's a lot more different, I feel like, than it is the same.
Yeah, so that's a big win, and I think it's just the first kind of baby step in, what can come from that. Essentially, by pulling it separately, you can extrapolate the benefit of that regulation will have to change if it's not automatically assumed to be held under the same legal grounds as a cigarette regulation. So.
It's funny, in some ways the world's trying to get healthier, and then in other ways they're putting crap in our food.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
They're pushing all this health nut stuff, like, oh, we're just trying to protect you, and it's like, well, FDA, you got other stuff you should be worried about, in my opinion.
That's true.
Yep. Anything else on that one?
No.
Well, I'm glad we're winning on that one.
Yeah, definitely do.
About these like
Sweet
very
Joe.
few wins.
Yeah.
What's up, Joe?
Not Sweet Joe.
Joe. We got also Brian Santos.
Yeah.
Purchased a pack at a nice discount from M Bundles. I've yet to try them. Oh, so yeah, a bauble. Is that how you say it? Bauble?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
I thought it was
That sounds right.
I thought it was babble, like holiday babble, like if you're talking to your family and everybody's just kind of babbling. But I think it is bauble.
Yeah.
Yes, Nick. Same,
That's how I
but
say it,
different. What does Todd say here? I read a stat that only cigar smokers who smoked 10 a day for over a decade had the same marginal respiratory issues around. Yeah, I mean, I think there's data across the kind of potential of results. I think the metadata is the one to look at. So metadata pools that data pool together instead of just looking at one small study that showed one thing or the other. And at least in my memory, the risk profiles for cigar smokers go up significantly after 4 cigars a day. They go up slightly after 2. And so that based on the metadata, and so this you can pull up on PubMed, NIH, and all of that, that under 2 or fewer is the way it was written, does not have any statistically significant risk. Now, inherently there's some risk, but there was no statistically significant risk to people who had a use at 2 or less. And so I'm sure at some point you have to quantify what 2 is, because this is a 60 ring, but it's short. How do you pool in people who like, Coronas only versus people who smoke Woodies? I don't know. You see these people, right? I mean, yeah, but you see people online that are doing lunatics. Like, yeah, okay, if you're smoking for 10 hours, but it's 1 cigar, like,
yeah. Oh yeah. So it might quantify as more than 1.
Yeah, but I mean, this is fundamentally what data was presented in court to say, look, our own government researchers are saying that this doesn't have the same risk profile. The evidence is there. Let's use it. Yeah. So I think it makes sense. It's just not all facets of the tobacco industry are willing to fight. For example, this was discussed last night on the show with Steve Saka, Unbanded. And he was kind of talking about the tobacco industry in terms of like the pipe industry and their kind of non-willingness to fight against the attempts at regulation. And so I'm glad that there are organizations that are willing to put in the legal work, because it's expensive and it takes a long time.
Yeah, long time.
All right. So next on the docket, I have Hoya and Quesada are back in distribution together. So that's they used to be in distribution together, I think, before 2008, and so they're back together. So where Hoya was doing its distribution with Drew Estate, so a little bit of a change there. There's a couple holiday gift sets out. So the Weller one has come out, that humidor gift set with one of each of their last.
All 4?
Yeah, it's got all 4.
Oh, dude. I don't know if I even like the cigars, but just the fact that it comes in that, that humidor with I think it comes
I
with a
feel like-
glass, right?
I feel like that's what they're counting on, right? Is like, even if you don't love the cigar, if you love the whiskey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
you
yeah.
would love a humidor and a set of glasses that have the logos on it.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's that.
Yeah, well,
that's-
in fact, that's Weller, right?
That's Weller, yeah.
yeah, Weller.
I love Weller.
But
Of
it's,
course,
it's in a blue
The
tubo,
higher end
right?
Weller.
Blue
The
tubo.
funny, it's so yeah, they have the gold, the black, the blue, and the red.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so
All
they
four.
correspond to what barrels they were aged in. So the red for 2025 was aged in Antique 107, the blue for Weller Full Proof, the black for the Weller 12-year. The weird thing is that they did a gold tube on the Buffalo Trace edition from 2022 instead of just doing that green label. The SR,
Special
the
reserve?
special
Yeah.
reserve, is good. I don't know why they chose to do Buffalo Trace bourbon barrels instead of keeping with the Weller branding. Like, if you're going to do
Yeah,
a Weller thing, do a Weller thing. I don't know.
That is weird. Oh, Cigar Idiot had a funny comment. Backwoods smokes are in that stat, or in those stats.
And that is totally true. They are.
Are they?
They absolutely are. And this is one of the things that has held up a lot of the fight against it, is because there's a big argument to be made for young and underage people accessing via gas station cigars. And so because those have been lumped in with premium, this is the reason why the circuit, the DC circuit, is sending this back down to lower courts to define premium. So that's the next piece, is separating these out, which I don't think is hard to do, right? Like, machine made short filler versus handmade long filler. It seems like a simple enough line to draw to me.
What if the judge or whomever's voting on it doesn't smoke? I mean, like, if you knew nothing about this industry, wouldn't 1 + 1 = 2? You know what I mean? Like, it would be harder to suss it out because you wouldn't know anything. You're coming from a place of like, I just know a cigar is a big brown cigarette, basically. So maybe they need to be defined, definitely.
Yeah.
It might be what takes so long.
It might be. You guys getting any change in your baubles?
I
Let's
did pick up
let's feel out these baubles.
Hey, I mean the construction is freaking spot on.
Yeah.
Even like now, I'm
Yeah.
getting that draw issue that Rando's getting, but even like that, it's still burning pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
And on the retro, for me, I just picked up like a rose note, like I don't know, like on the very slight rose hint on the retro.
Like a florality.
Floral, yeah, like
Yeah.
a rose, yeah.
I feel like I got to retro this here real quick.
I'm not getting that, but I will say I'm getting a little bit more of that espresso note that you were getting in the beginning. I wasn't getting much espresso in the beginning. I'm getting that mixed with a more intensified baking spice in the retro, and the sweetness has kind of faded out. Like, it's there, but it's very quick. And in the long finish, it's like spicy wood, but it's good. I mean, I'm digging it.
I'm enjoying the hell out of it for sure.
Yeah, it's good.
I can see
Compared to
the
past couple of them we've been reviewing.
yeah, that's true.
This is really good.
I can see the leather, the oak, that spice, and I can see some floral character to it. I can't make the leap to rose. It doesn't. I just have to leave it general as floral. But there is something.
I remember I only went to rose on one cigar, and the only reason I remember is I put some stupid like Rose Garden song in the review, but it was a Cuban. I think it was the Epicure Deluxe.
Okay.
Maybe it was that one. I'll have to go back. But it was the only time I was like, I'm getting like an essence of rose, like a rose garden. And then I paused it and it did like the Rose Garden song. And then, but like that was the only time I've ever gotten that note.
Nice.
So now I don't know if it's the rose or like that. I don't know if you ever gotten a bouquet of like roses for your wives and stuff.
Yeah.
But they spray a artificial smell to it. And maybe that's kind of what I'm getting.
I didn't know that. That's funny.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah,
Dude, we
if
should,
you ever,
we
if you
should
ever
smoke
see,
the
like,
roses.
no, but like, but if you ever like get a bouquet and you smell it, you're gonna smell like really like strong roses. But if you smell even like the baby's breath or whatever, like even the leaves, whatever they put on there, they smell like it's supposed to smell like roses because it's a spray that they put to amplify that bouquet smell.
That's interesting.
I know because like I've gone to like florists where like I tell them, hey, it's how I want my wife's bouquet to come out, and then they're like, all right, at the end they're spraying a bunch of stuff in there. What the hell are you spraying? And they're like, oh, it's just the smell. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's just
So-
fabuloso.
Interesting side note. It might be interesting side note. It's funny that these artificially made smells are actually killing our realistic expectation of the taste and smells of these things. I get
Totally.
sometimes I'll get like the banana syrup and coffees and stuff, strong banana flavor. I'll eat a banana and I'm like, oh, this is strong, but it's not like that coffee flavor. I mean, obviously it has coffee in it, but you know what I mean? Like some of these smells are stronger as artificial, and that's kind of sad to me. It's kind of same with like Splenda's like 600 times sweeter than sugar. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
So
sugar should be sugar.
Yeah, like for me, one time I went to a Dairy Queen, and I hardly ever go get like a ice cream. I'm not a huge ice cream person, but they had just introduced like the cherry dipped cone. Like they had a cherry, like a cherry, whatever the hell it is, that dipping thing. But the shell. And dude, I took one bite, and I swear it was like I was chewing on a cherry air freshener for the car.
Wow.
Dude, I couldn't even get like past the first little like bite. I threw it away. Dude, it was so gross. It literally tasted like I grabbed the cherry air freshener like brand new and stuck it in my mouth.
That's not great.
Dude, yeah. I was about to say, and that goes back to what Randall was saying. It's the artificial stuff smells worse than the actual, like, they try to overpower that smell, and it kind of just messes you up bad.
It kills you in a way because it's so potent that then when you go to the real thing, it's like, oh, this isn't as good.
Yeah, that's true.
So your story has like given me a little like college flashback. And
buckle in.
and it's about my experience in organic chemistry. And so my education is in the sciences, and I remember organic chemistry lab. One of the things you would do as you move on into advanced organic chemistry is learn how to synthesize these flavor compounds.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the labs was actually on synthesis of lidocaine, the numbing agent.
Yeah.
And your grade largely is based on your yields. So how good is your lab technique to produce a certain percentage of purity of the product you're making at the end? And I remember, presenting my product to the lab professor, and he was very trusting, and he went deep with a pinky into that white powder and went,
Oh, he's definitely a cokehead.
and he goes, yep. And I'm like, wait a minute, how many molecules off is lidocaine from cocaine? I'm like, this dude just jammed his finger right in my product. But that lab class was where we learned to synthesize these synthetic flavors. So it reminded me of that.
Man, it's like I don't know. I'm glad they exist in some ways because, like, when they synthesize the flavors and stuff, you can have low calorie options for full calorie things, right? If you're dieting. But it's killing my vibe when it comes to actually naturally eating stuff. Because I'm like, this apple is way too much work. I'll just take this fake apple sugar-filled sucker that has an apple flavor, or apple schnapps.
That's a good one. That's a good one, AJ. Handful 12 and handful 37 were my favorite on Steven's newest humidor tour.
Thank you, Josephus. I appreciate that. It was getting annoying to go one by one. I just started like handfulling them out.
That's how you know Josephus watched the whole thing. You're like, all right, here's the what is it, guardian of the farm or whatever, and then it's like, all right, you know what? Here's this. I like that humidor though. The one that opens at the top and the front. They don't even make it anymore, do they?
Not that I'm aware of, but other than the kind of cool factor of how it opens and its appearance, it was had some major issues. Like the gaps in the doors were like pretty wide, like major airflow in and out. Like, what is this?
Yeah, it's like makes no sense for humidity sealed.
Yeah,
right. I guess they didn't put that on the box.
So I ended up having to buy like probably an extra $20 worth of like silicone tapes and seals and things like that. Like, but made it work. And so until I decide that I'm gonna break down and get a racing, it'll work.
You know what you should get? You should buy those super expensive Cohiba Specters and just get that weirdo click in the middle and it opens up like you'll be like a double agent every time you get your cigars.
Please don't.
If General wants to send me some to try,
by the way,
I'm happy to do a review.
Yeah. That's what's up, Ramos?
What up, Javier?
Oh man,
what did Josephus say?
Lidocaine.
Oh, and the Southern Draw Lancero was nice. Yes, I was a fan of that blend, so I appreciate that. Well, speaking of, go ahead.
You know what I've been wanting to buy, and I see it a lot here, like on these like offer ups and stuff. Is I'm gonna buy a broken down wine chiller, like the big ones, because it has the cedar trays, and put one of those Oasis, dude.
Yeah,
that
totally
works good because it seals good. Even if the condenser doesn't work, I'm not going to use it as a chiller.
You wouldn't use it anyway, yeah. But even Saka said that, right? Like I've seen prior interviews where he's talked about his own home setup. He uses like old broken down like fridges and freezers and stuff. Like he just loads cigars in. They've got a good seal, humidity pack in, and you're good. Like, exactly. So if you need space, like people are giving those away free because they break down all the time. Nobody's fixing them. So,
no one fixes those.
I saw one. I reached out to them, but I haven't responded yet. But they were giving like selling one of those giant ones that were broken for like $30. I was like, shit, if I offer them 20, but again, because it's taking up space. They're huge, and they're already broken down. So I don't know.
Where are you guys? I just got a little graham cracker sweet thing that happened here.
Yeah, I picked up a sweetness. I didn't know where how to describe it, but yeah.
Yeah, it just hit me all of a sudden.
Yeah, I got a sweetness to it.
So the funny thing about mine is it's like every 5, 6, or 7 puffs, I get like a blast of what I feel like the entire cigar should taste like, and so I'm wondering if it's just that like bad like something going on, but I'm still enjoying it. It's just that there's like 1 out of 6 that it's like, oh, this is really good, and then the other 5 out of 6 are kind of like, this is kind of, it's kind of like pulling an engine cord. Like those are doing that, and then that last sputtering. One is, it's sputtering, and that last one is like, oh, it's finally coming alive. Right there, you're right there.
Nice.
Yeah, AJ uses an old broken down dorm fridge. I gave mine away, and I never thought about that when we moved to this house. I had a fridge outside that it was still like sort of working, but I could have just used it as that, but I just threw it away.
Yeah, I feel like that's some dad shit right there. You don't want to get rid of stuff because you had that one thing you got rid of that you could have used, and now it's gone. You just start holding on to every odd and end.
It's like you could still use that Stairmaster. You just have to go backwards, go back up, go backwards.
It only goes one direction.
It doesn't move, so you just have to go up, go down, go up, go down. But you can still use it.
That's funny, man. All right. So as I was going to jump in because we were talking about some General Cigar Co. got a new release from General Cigar Co. this week. Their coffee lover set. So they did the M by Macanudo coffee and espresso gift set. So it comes with 4 coffee toros, 3 espresso with cream toros, and a Macanudo camp style coffee mug. That's a new release coming out.
I would say that one's a pretty good coffee one. I mean, it's
I haven't tried it.
Yeah, I've had the Macanudo coffee ones. They're not bad. I mean, I don't gravitate toward them, but like I have a buddy that just loves those. So like whenever I go to his house, he's like, here, and I feel bad being like, I don't really do flavored ones, but you know, I'll smoke it.
I'm weary.
They're not terrible.
I'm weary just because I do love coffee with a cigar.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a time where I gravitated a lot towards the coffee cigars, but I think I like to do my own portions, right? Like pick how I want my coffee and then have my cigar separate. So I've become weary of those, but that doesn't mean they're not good. Just means like you, Frank, I don't gravitate towards them. But if one comes my way, I'm not going to say, get that away from me. I'm gonna take it.
The one I used to like that was coffee flavored was the triple roast nub.
I was just going to mention double roast, triple roast, and the nub nuance. I used to.
Oh, the nuance is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would laugh so hard, dude, if someone had a coffee cigar and then paired it with creamer and just like chugged creamer with their dude. Get the triple roast, chug creamer, make it a short, and go. That would go.
Yeah,
I tell you, this has enough espresso notes to be able to do a nice pairing with that.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's where like my coffee drink is going pretty good with it.
I was gonna say yours is probably a really good pairing with that. Honestly, the beer you would think wouldn't work, but because it's a Hefeweizen, because it's a Hefeweizen, it's got that clove and banana, and it's kind of giving it like a banana shortbread. It's kind of meshing well with those sweet bready notes in this, and I'm digging it. Hey,
dude, that sweet Calvados does go nice.
Yeah, it's also pairing really good with this Weller. And I brought out this, but I wasn't sure if I was going to do it the cigar blend, because this one is a little sweeter. So maybe after the Weller, I'll go cigar blend.
Are you doing something else after?
The cigar.
Yeah.
Ones? I'm probably gonna do the Christmas meats from Sir Louis, the street meats Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
I haven't had that
some old Stillwells.
Oh yeah.
I was
thinking about
some aged Stillwells.
Oh, nice. I was thinking about doing the one that we got for the luxury pack. By the way, Luxury Cigar Club is one of our sponsors, and don't forget to use First Time 15 for 50% off your initial order. Not boxes, just order itself, or if you're a box member, you get 20% off. So there you go. And also, shout out to Above the Level Construction. For if you're in Southern California, they do foundations, concrete, block, retaining walls, and a bunch of other projects, and they give free estimates. Give them a call at 626-265-1657.
Nice.
I'll just say this, even though, yes, they're a sponsor, I will say I have very much so enjoyed the partnership with Luxury, because I actually get a lot of cigars that are premium that I want to try and that I haven't tried. I used to be a part of a cigar club, and I canceled them because their quality went way down. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that.
Yep.
Maybe when you started, it was a lot of good stuff, and then eventually you start seeing you're getting these like, and you know the game, like they're going to put some filler cigars in and maybe one or two premiums to kind of get that price up higher than what you're paying. I don't feel like the same is happening with Luxury. I feel like they are giving you more affordable but still premium cigars.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I said it in my unboxing that the things that we got this month were all things that were like in my cart. Like the Holiday Bauble was definitely in my cart. The Belgian Blue LE was in my cart. The Warped, those Corona Gordas, the Isla del Cocodrilo, the Dunbarton Stillwell 2025. Those were all things that I was looking at. And I actually did a post about the HVC Fine Tobacco Club Ledger series, and I automatically assumed it was something that I just wasn't going to try, that it was like an exclusive thing. and so it was cool to like see it in there. So
yeah.
I made a comment about HBC.
I've had pretty good luck with HBC. I mean, the ones I've had, right? I mean, I don't smoke a lot of HBCs, but like the 500, that 10th anniversary de La Rosa, whatever it was, that one was pretty damn good. The Black Fridays are my favorite.
I enjoy the Hot Cake series. The HVC 10th anniversary, I think, was good. Yeah, you know what? I think they punch above their price point for what you get.
Yeah.
And I even made the comment in my review of the unboxing or whatever that the HVC, this one specifically in this box, was worth like $13 or $13.50. And I said, something like that seems high for me for what I've seen HVCs go for, but it could be because it's a certain, like, what was it? Like, it had like a certain, you have the cards in front of you. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
It has some rare leaf collection or something. What's it say on it?
I'm not. Oh, which one?
The HVC.
Oh, the Fine Tobacco Club Ledger series.
Yeah. So I chalked it up to it's a like what Frank was saying. It's an exclusivo for somewhere.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, well that's probably why it would go up a little bit. But HVC is pretty affordable, relatively speaking, for how much you get for the Vitolas and stuff.
Yeah. A buddy of mine gifted me these Stillwells. This is a 2022, and then this is the Bayou number 32. So
very nice.
Some oldies.
There you go.
All right, shall we talk about the next new release coming out?
Workshop, sorry.
So the next one is the Viaje 1 of 1. So a new release from Viaje.
That's the Figurado one, right?
That's the Figurado one, and there's nothing to discuss because they don't disclose anything. So it's coming in 1, 2, 3 sizes, 36 in a box, 200 boxes per size. So the new 1 of 1.
Do you guys like Viaje? They have that cool Halloween series. I've never had it. Yeah, same. I've never had it, but I almost went to Jack Schwartz and ordered the Halloween series like sampler. It was sold out, and then I was like, "Dang it!"
I've had the Halloween ones where like it's the farmer and then the zombie farmer, and it was okay. Then I had the Godzilla one. It was decent, but I didn't see a big deal about it, you know. So for me, Viaje is like a mid. It's not like, oh my god, I need to buy a whole bunch of them, you know, like we do with like you know, Martiniques and or like the, you know, some of the Principles, some of the Lamperts, but you know, it's not a terrible cigar or a brand, whatever. It's pretty decent.
I just feel like all the Viajes that at least that I'm seeing when I'm like looking at media releases and stuff, they're always limited this, limited that. Like it's always a limited something.
Yeah.
And there's only so many limiteds you can get away with before I got to see something good from your core line to give you more than a thought. So.
Yeah, it feels like a marketing technique. After the 6 limited, I'm like, is there anything on your production line right now, or is everything like 5,000 boxes or less?
Especially when you won't tell me, you know, where it's coming from or anything about it. Like, it's like, okay, there's no info for me to go on. There's nothing for me to get excited about.
Yeah.
Anyway, so next on the list is Principle Cigars Haberdasher. So this is a new one that is coming out. It's another limited, and they are going to use, you know, Principle does the cool unique banding, and so they're going to use 1960s shirt labels as bands, and they're going to wrap their 5-pack bundles in vintage ties.
Yeah, I like that, dude.
It's kind of unique.
Wrap it in vintage $5 bills, and I'm in.
I know, right? But they're coming from KBF, so Kellner Boutique is making those.
Same with these. Same with these.
And same with these. Yep.
Yeah. Boutique.
And that's kind of where I mean with the Viaje thing is that like that's something, you know, because of prior experience with KBF. Like, oh, I can get a little excited about that. So.
Yes, like show me some skin.
little shoulder
Get me excited. Get me excited. Don't just tease me. Don't describe how you look. Open up.
I'm gonna jump in to Josefa's comment about the Factory Reserve Club. It's not an actual he's the guy's supposed to make it a monthly subscription, but he doesn't. But I will say that the pack that he sells, the Factory Reserve, they give you about anywhere from 5 to 6 cigars for $35. That's Banff, right?
That's Banff. Yep.
Yeah, but that's he hasn't made it a monthly subscription yet. I mean, he sells the packs themselves, right? But I mean, that's also a really good deal if you're into the Banff cigars, which Banff's pretty good.
It's not a club, but he'll keep your information.
Well, no, well, he does it off of the you call it the website, right? So like you're basically you got to purchase it every month, so it's not like you're going to automatically get it, December's or January's or whatever.
Nice.
I won't go too much into it because we are part of luxury. So, but anyways, I did make a little comment on it, just letting you know, but it's a good deal too.
Nice, man. So next update is Davidoff's got a kind of a re-unveiling of a retail space in Singapore. So if anybody's traveling to Singapore, Marina Bay Sands has a really fancy Davidoff shop there now. Yeah.
Didn't they also just release a new Vitola on something, or their first ever box press or something like that? No,
they did a new Vitola on the what's it called? Let me find it. Yeah, it's the Winston, the Davidoff Winston Churchill late hour family with the late hour Bellicoso. So 4.5 by 46.
Nice.
So new size for that one, and I'll come in metal tin of 4. So.
Oh, nice. Oh, we got Matt, Cigar Hound Dog in the house.
What's going on, buddy?
What's up, Matt?
We are babbling. We're babbling.
We babbling. So
we babbling our ass
the
off.
next. Yeah, right. The next one is an interesting one for folks in Massachusetts. So there have been over the years, just like in other states, little municipalities that decide to vote on things and pass things like generational tobacco bans in local areas. And sometimes it doesn't really matter because maybe that municipality doesn't even have a retailer in it. So they're symbolic. But the trouble is when those kind of things are seen to be passing other places, then more places start to do that. And so there's a group called Nicotine Free Generation that works to try to spread local level policy. And so there is a new Senate bill in Massachusetts called Senate Bill that's SB 221 that is trying to kind of establish a clear statewide standard as age 21 for adult use products like cigars, while preventing that patchwork of conflicting local rules. So we'll see what happens, but I think that one is a reasonable one that if they pass it, it gets rid of all of those municipality-specific bits of law. So SB 221 in Massachusetts would be a good thing. Next, we have a little update from Hiram and Solomon. They brought back one of their prior leads, and so I did a post for Jennifer Nicole, who's coming back to Hiram and Solomon. She's based out of Texas. We have an update from Indianapolis, the new Atabay Lounge for anybody around Indianapolis. So Blend Bar is rebranding. So it's going to be called the Atabay Lounge. It's going to have a focus on selected tobacco and United products. So
that sounds cool.
Really cool. And they do food there, and so it's kind of a nice all-encompassing cigar lounge. So and then the last bit of news is kind of the big one. It's the follow-up on the Chen Zi situation. And so we talked before about Chen Zi's kind of ties to the Habanos side of the cigar industry. And I don't think a lot of people were surprised. They're like, oh yeah, we, may or may JD made some comments about how he had already known, right? And but the piece that is new this week is Chenzi's involvement in the tobacco industry in non-Cuban cigars. And so it turns out that through his shell company holdings, he actually owned several cigar factories, some of which make quite a lot of cigars for Altadis. And so the two that are now kind of the issue are Tabacalera de Garcia and Flor de Copan. So Tabacalera de Garcia makes like 40 million cigars a year. And it turns out that this guy, at least in part, owned that. And so when the U.S. sanctioned him and all of his related businesses, they in turn sanctioned some tobacco factories. And so cigar factories got involved. So Altadis is having to redirect some of their production. And so, imagine trying to redirect your production for more than 40 million cigars a year of production and having to move it elsewhere because you can't use those. And if you use those factories, then those cigars are sanctioned, so you can bring them to the U.S. So kind of a messy situation that Altadis has been kind of sorting out to maintain compliance.
Wonder what he could be facing. Fraud, right? I mean,
fraud is the
extortion or
that, and I mean that's kind of the big stuff. There was this like kind of international fraud scheme that he was found to be in charge of. So when he was named as kind of one of the bigger stakeholders in Habanos, and now his shell company is related to these other two factories. Dude had his hands in cigars worldwide. I don't think anybody fully understood until the last few months how much he was involved in it.
I've seen the court pictures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. All right, so that's the news front. The big discussion now, I think, and we're going to see more in the next few days, is the Cigar Aficionado top 25 list. You guys taking a look at that?
Real quick before we do that,
you
want to just see how we're doing with the cigar?
Yeah, man.
Oh man, mine's gone. Look, this is the binder.
Oh wow, the wrapper. Wow.
Here's the wrapper. So, but I will explain a little bit. Mine, I'm wondering if it accidentally got a little bit crushed, because I did realize that I put it in I dry boxed it, but I had actually put it in like an actual empty cigar box, because I was like, well, I really need to dry box this fast. Yeah. Cigar box, I feel like maybe put a little bit of pressure on it. It's still pretty humidified at the moment that I put it in there, as far as like it just came out of the box only a couple of days ago. And then to take it out here, I think is when it kind of exploded on me. Which is why I've been, complaining about this crack at the wrapper the whole time. However, right now, not getting much flavors because most of that comes from the wrapper. I am still getting a little bit of the pepper and stuff, but I think that doesn't take away from the cigar itself. If I had another one and it performed perfectly, I did enjoy the cigar. But for this one, I think I'm almost done with it, because I'm just, it's just heat at this point. Like, it's, yeah, I mean, most of the flavors are gone, so I'll have to find something to mitigate my time. But enjoyable cigar overall, except for the construction of this one.
Yeah. So for me, I'm getting a like a leather note. I just picked up a little bit of like a savory note, like a little hints of savory. I don't know if it's like a hickory wood or something. But I still get that sweetness. I still get the coffee. I'm really enjoying the cigar. Like I got nothing bad to say about the cigar. I mean, I like it so far.
Did your construction work itself out?
Well, I still have that crack, so I'm kind of just like
Yeah, mine was
folding
worse.
around it.
Yeah, mine was
Yeah.
under the band, and when I pulled that red band off, it was like it exploded, and I was like, okay, I'll mention this later.
Yeah, I got a little crack kind of here down from the cap right up to the band. So it
like,
might not just be a 1 or 2 off. Like
No.
I think the shape is unique, and with the amount of airflow I'm getting and kind of the little squeeze test, it might be slightly underfilled. And I think
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm at this point, dude, and I can feel the heat on my fingers. Like I normally, like on a good cigar, you don't feel the heat until you get closer. So that's indicative to me. I can't fucking say that word. Indicative of the fact that it's not well packed. But I think this crack. If we all got the same thing, I think if you saw the pigtail, it looked like it was overly tight. And I think that once they shove them in these cellophanes and they put them in these pallets and whatever the hell they do to send them off. I mean, I'm sure that they're gonna crack and it's like once they dry off, that pigtail becomes very fragile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
well,
that's what I think happened for me.
I used to have a man bun, and if you pull that thing back too far, you develop alopecia. I think our cigars
pulling on your bun, sir.
Well,
we got pinkies and people's products, and we got some putting on their buns. Gotcha.
Yeah, well,
cigars after dark.
COVID hairstyle.
Sure, sure. I don't want to ignore Joe Ross. No, I haven't delved into any of the Ezra Zion or Nomad lines.
I have like a good 10 of them, and I've yet to smoke any of them. But I just love the bands that they have, and then the artwork on them. I'm a big fan, and it's a Texas company, right? So like, if you ever in the Fort Worth area, I've been wanting to go to that lounge, but we always travel to Dallas, and Fort Worth is about an hour away, and with Dallas traffic and stuff like that, my wife's like, no, we're not gonna go, and I'm like, oh man, but they have good looking cigars.
I want to touch their sticks.
I want to touch sticks. I want to put my finger in their product.
It's ridiculous. Oh man, yeah. And Nick, I feel you on that. It's kind of why I bring this stuff up yearly is to kind of address at least my thoughts on the picks. So yeah, I feel you on that. I mean, it's hard to deny, right? Like when your revenue at that level of media is coming directly from marketing advertisement, yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah, Todd, it's 43 in the Triangle. I'm in the Piedmont, North Carolina. 43, but no wind, so not terrible. I actually have a heater here, but it's turned off.
What's up, Crispin?
Nice. How's it going, Crispin?
Crispin calls us cochinos.
Sucios.
Dirties. We're dirty birds.
So,
que cochino.
To the question I asked a little earlier, have you guys looked at this top 10 minus the number 1 that comes out tomorrow?
I glanced at the first 5. The 2 to 6, I think, right? But I haven't seen the rest of them. Have they already released like the full 25?
No, it's 10 through 2.
10 to 2.
And then Thursday, Friday will be the rest. So the number 10 opens with the Timeless Supreme 650. You smoked that one, Frank?
That one's fucking amazing, dude.
Mm-hmm. Timeless Supreme is good cigar.
Supreme is so freaking good, dude. Like it.
Yeah.
I've had the one that you gave me that was aged, and I've had that one. That one's honestly one of my favorites of the Timeless.
Did you get? I don't remember if I influenced you with this or not. Did you get a berry note on that one?
I don't remember if I did. I know I got a little bit of an olive note.
Yeah, it was an interesting cigar for sure.
Yeah, it had some interesting flavor notes that I actually kind of liked. Like, I was like, okay, cool. But
yeah, so that one as a number 10 spot, I don't think that's a bad choice. Next at the number 9 was the Fuente Opus X Angel Share Reserva de Chateau. Actually, just got some of these, and I haven't tried it.
I haven't tried that one yet either.
I think
No, go ahead. I don't think any of us have tried it.
Yeah.
I don't see. I haven't seen Randall post about it, so maybe he hasn't smoked it yet. But
I think like
Probably
a
wanna
lot of
go
people
tea break.
like it, but people who like Opus
Mm.
feel like it's too mild usually.
Yeah.
The next is the number 8 Diplomáticos Genios Exclusivo Fonesia. So I haven't had that regional specifically for Diplomáticos, but I will say I've had several other Diplomáticos regionals, and I enjoy them consistently. And so that's another one where I'm like, yeah, I can see that.
yeah, I have no experience for that one for sure. So that
Next is the number 7 Nasser the Goat by AJ Fernandez in Toro. I have the Robusta here in front of me. I was going to smoke tonight just as a let me see what this blend is about kind of a thing.
yeah, I want to buy that one. So just try it out too, because I mean that's a little more of a easily found cigar, I guess.
Yeah, it's around. And number 6 is as well, and I have smoked it. I smoked it at the beginning of the year, and it's very, very low on my list, which is the Rocky Patel Emerald in Robusto. You guys smoked the Rocky Emerald?
No.
Yeah. I think
the green, but I didn't smoke it.
I think for me the Emerald just has a lot of consistency issues, and so there are people who absolutely love that blend as kind of a mild and chocolatey blend, and there are those of us who just had really rough experiences with it. And for that reason, I wouldn't put it anywhere near a top 25 personally.
Is that the one that's like $30?
No. It's a usual Rocky kind of pricing. I think like probably 13 or something.
Dude, I was gonna say, Randall, I've been wanting to try those. Those are the Toscanos or what?
Yeah. This is the Antico. You're supposed to split it in half and share it with a buddy. Dude, I have been on a weird. Yeah, me too. I have been on a weird. I've been on a weird Italian cigar kick. So this is a lot of vegetal notes, like
vaginal notes.
Has a lot of. I'm trying to be Carpenter and be like, got a vegetal note. No, it's very different. It's it's an uglier cigar or whatever, but it's very different. It's nice. You don't have to humidify it. It's nice. You can just break it in half if you want to. Like, oh, you want to try, pop. But I don't know. I've been on a weird thing with these recently. Like, they're not super duper expensive, and
man, if you put out a vaginal note, you got people's attention. I see Nick is like, yeah, tell me what that is.
I was smoking one recently, and I swear I got garlic bread. Like, it gives you just so many different notes than
is it in your head because it's an Italian cigar? You're like, I get a veggie notes. I get
it's because of the band. Garlic. It looks like an Italian restaurant. So you're like, oh, I get garlic. No,
Joe yeasty.
A little yeasty, a little too yeasty for my taste.
No, but it's it's nice for something like this. For example, like my cigar died on me, and I'm like, well, this will take maybe 45 minutes, an hour and a half, depending on how fast I smoke it, and whatever. And like, it's nice. I've been really digging them recently. I've been on a kick. I guess you could say I've been on a kick.
Something to fill the gap with, perhaps.
Brian says, I think anything from Rocky sucks.
I mean, Brian smokes some good stuff. Like, Brian knows his way around a humidor. Like, yeah, he knows.
And the only Rocky that I liked is the very cheap one, the Edge, but the Connecticut. I was like, man, this was good.
Dude, the 1990's not bad.
99 Connecticut.
Oh, the 99. Yeah, that's not a bad one either. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have that really fun little, like, it's kind of a short story size. That little Perfecto. Yeah. That's in my dog walker humidor. I like that one.
Well, if you're going to put out so many albums, eventually you're going to have a hit here or there, right?
Sure. Yeah. Right.
You're gonna put out a single that gets stuck in people's heads. So
hashtag yeasty.
Frank, you want part of this?
I'm gonna break you off a little something.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish it would have been after you put your lips on it.
Oh, you want me to
lip it?
So the funny thing is, in Italy, if you're walking around Italy, and I've never been to Italy, but if you're walking around Italy and you're smoking one and it's not broken in half, they call you whatever the equivalent of a cowboy is in USA, because only the Italian cowboys are either going to A, not have time to share, or B, just not want to share and just be like, I'm all business, right? So there's a lot of cool history with the Toscano stuff, and I've been exploring it. I do have some Toscano Robustos that just came out in April, and they've just started kind of fiddling around in the US market. So I haven't tried that yet, but you know.
Nice, man. Yeah, it's been a while since I smoked one, but I've definitely smoked one or two this year. So I keep them around. I get it.
No surprise at all, because Steven, for a while, you're the only other one I knew that smoked cigarellos from time to time. That was open about, like, it was on your channel. You're like, yeah, today we're doing these cigarellos. I'm like, oh, I like cigarellos.
Cigarillos are good, dude. There's a place we go to get drinks, and if I don't take my cigars, my wife's like, hey, you want your, because they sell the little Davidoff cigarillos. During happy hour, they're like $1.50 or $2, and I'm like, give me two of them, and then I'm gonna go outside for like 20 minutes, and I'll smoke them both.
Yeah, just give me something.
And they're good, dude. They're good. Yeah, they're quick smokes. My favorite though is the one that Steven gave me, that little Cohiba.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god, that one is
good.
like.
Next time I gotta send you one of the Montes. I didn't have them at the time, but I restocked. So.
All right, it's official. We're having a cigarillo episode at some point.
Shit, yeah.
But we're getting like 30 of them. Ugo's only gonna need one cigarillo for the whole episode. Yeah.
Oh, he'll do that, and then he'll hold it like this and he'll be like, "Yo, Steven, you already over there, dude? I'm up here."
It's gonna look like a Churchill in Ugo's hands.
Little baby fingers.
Yeast equals plume. Okay.
This cigar makes me look French. Somebody said it makes me look French.
Oui.
So unfortunately for me, I have gaps in my teeth, so I don't look cool. Yeah. Or here,
lock that shit in. Let's go. You don't even have to hold it.
Dude, I'm scared it's gonna get stuck in my tooth.
Fucking Steven.
Dude, I'm scared it's gonna get stuck in my mouth like a raisin.
Yeah. You know, work it out.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go on to the next. So before we go too far down this rabbit hole, number 5 was the Trinidad Espiritu Series number 3 Bellicoso. I don't know. I don't spend time on the non-Cuban Trinidad. Do you guys?
Can I say something funny?
Of
course, dude.
I've never. Oh, go ahead, Frank.
No, I've tried that one, and I don't even think I posted about it. I need to do that. I have a whole backlog of stuff, and I tried that one recently, and I wasn't a big fan of it. I don't think it warrants the top 10 for me again, but that's my opinion. I didn't like the My Father Blue, and apparently people are shitting on me. So
based on, yeah, go ahead, Randall.
Oh, I was just gonna say, so I've had a number 1 in my humidor for over a year. I bought it last November in the Miami airport when I was about to head out to Ecuador, and I was obviously waiting for my flight. And I was like, I'm gonna find, it's Miami. It's got to be some cigars somewhere. They had a little small humidor in one of these places. Maybe I missed some others. I don't know, but I grabbed that one, and I remember specifically because I've never had it, but there's just something about that band. I never feel like actually picking it up and trying it. And I've actually heard Pick Jimmy say the same thing. Like, I was watching one of his videos like a month or so ago. He said the same thing. He said he was doing a humidor tour or something. He's like, I have a couple of these. I've never had it because there's nothing that screams, smoke me. And I'm like, I get the same thing. There's nothing that makes me go, oh, I want to smoke this right now.
Yeah, man.
And like Steven that smokes the Cuban Trinidads, he's definitely not gonna want to go to like a new world,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, somebody gifted me the newer one. So the Trinidad had like some new releases this year, right? They had the Trinidad Miami, they had the Tommy Bahama, whatever thing. And so my thought, just thinking about what, based on their marketing and their ad styles, what was going to make it into the list, I thought it would probably be one of the newer releases. But
yeah,
so that's number 5. The number 4 release is the Cuesta Rey Centrofino Sun-Grown Pyramid number 9. And so that's a JC Newman offering. And that cigar honestly was not even on my radar.
I like Cuesta Rey, but I've never had I don't think I had the Pyramid number 9. Yeah. But I've had that blend several years ago, and I loved it.
The number 3 is the Tatuaje Black Petite Lancero. So I don't know.
I haven't had that one yet.
I haven't had that one. And then number 2 I have had, which is the Cohiba Ambar. I smoked one earlier this year, and that's a good cigar.
What's the size on that one? What's the Ambar?
Ambar is a 53 by 5 1/4. And I don't know what it is, but I am partial to Cuban 53 ring gauge cigars, I think, because I've had a couple that were 53 this year. The Ambar and the Girose Especial de Orce was another 53 this year that I thought was absolutely phenomenal. So, but yeah, so I think when I was thinking about what might be on this list, I kind of did a little bit of some analytics on it. And I looked at the last 10 years of Cigar Aficionado lists, and they are very, very consistent in their build. So, and it's kind of telling, right? When you question whether or not a list is fabricated for reasons other than what cigars should be on the list. And so one of the things that I drew out in that data set was the number of Cuban cigars that make it on the list in the top 25. And it is always 2 or 3. Always.
Why do you think that is? Do you think
it's an international magazine? They have to put some of them on.
Okay.
So Cuban cigars have to be on the list because their magazine is distributed internationally. If it was 0, it would be problematic. Yep. If they thought every Habano cigar made the list, full 25, nobody in the U.S. would read the magazine.
Yeah, they lose a lot of, yeah.
So having a few each year engages, I think, both audiences. So that's one piece of interesting data. The other thing that I did this year was I decided to let me engage some AI. Let me ask, now that we have kind of the initial build of this data set. So we have, let's say, the last 10 years. And so I had ChatGPT pull out the last 10 years of top 25s. I submitted them this year of 2 through 10. And I asked it to create a predictive model with likelihood percentages of what the number 1 will be.
Okay.
So before I share it with you, I want you guys to give me maybe some of your picks, what you think it will be. And then also, like, you don't have to give your tops because I don't want you to divulge your lists early. But what do you think CA's top pick tomorrow will be or likely be?
I can't tell you because me and you had a conversation about it, and I agree with you completely. So I have no other thoughts on that.
No, you can share it. This is the time.
No, I agree with what you're thinking it's going to be.
Okay. So I have 5.
My Father Blue.
You think, okay, so you guys agree. So I think there's been just such a buzz about My Father Blue that I think it's a possibility that they will do that. But I was really interested to see what the AI model came up with, because I didn't feed it the information. I had it analyze the repertoire of prior reviews. And so what it did was it pulled all of the high 90s reviews and it created a likelihood percentage. So the likelihood percentage it came up with was with a 20% likelihood, what they call a wild card category major brand. So EP Carrillo, Aging Room, My Father. So it's that based on known CA favorites capable of surprise high score entries, 20% likelihood for one of these 3 wild cards. they had a 10% likelihood ratio for what they call boutique high buzz. So because we know Tatuaje is already at number 3, I don't think it will be another tat. But it suggested a lower likelihood, a 10% likelihood of the pork tenderloin redux, a 15% likelihood of the Davidoff Year of the Snake because of the annual prestige of the release, a 25% likelihood of a high-end Padron, specifically a high-end
PB.
anniversary or a PB. Yep.
Interesting.
And a 30% likelihood of it being Davidoff Chefs or another major 2025 Davidoff LE. And I think it was smart to actually draw that out, right? Because in that recent Boysdale's award, they picked the Davidoff 2025 LE. But I think their call out, GPT's call out of the chef station is interesting. So what do you think about that?
It is interesting. You know, another brand that I think is there's a likelihood because it's won in the past is JC Newman. Did they come out with anything really good this year? I can't think of anything.
So they come out. The last few years they've come out with their Leroy Neiman release.
Oh
They came
yeah, I
out
forgot about those.
with the Angel Cuesta Shade.
Yes, dude, that one looks awesome. Looks
I
awesome.
smoked it. It looks awesome. It was well constructed. The flavor profile was a little too light for what I was hoping out of it. Even it being a shade offering, it was very, very mild. And knowing kind of what CA tends to pick, I'd be pretty surprised. But I think it's a really good call out. JC Newman, yeah. But
Another
I think
one that Brian just mentioned, sorry, real quick.
Yeah.
The new Plasencia. Alma de Cielo. Because there's no Plasencia on the list right now. And I've heard a lot of
that could be up there.
Cielo.
What was there a percentage on that with GPT with Chatty?
It did not call it out. No.
Interesting. Now, if that wins, that'll be very interesting because, like Frank and like what was it? Brian said that. I could see that being one as well. I mean, it was earlier in the year it came out, but it had a lot of buzz when it did.
But there is something that about that chef's edition, whatever the Davidoff, that I feel like that could also be a very good candidate. You know, again, I've never had that one, but I've people enjoyed it, and I think it got a 90, right? 92.
Yeah, see, it's not. It didn't do very well, right? 88 to 90 were those reviews, and so that GPT didn't mention it. I think because it was pooling 95 plus ratings.
I'm calling it now. It's the EGM. Because they're in the US market and their algorithm is top notch.
So I thought it was kind of a weird but interesting way to have AI break down what it thought the top would be. So I'm interested to see
if it is the My Father Blue on our next episode, which will be in at the beginning of the new year, because we're not gonna have 2 episodes. But I will give a 5-pack of cigars with the My Father Blue in it, and what other cigars. But I will give away a 5-pack with the My Father Blue in it if it is the My Father Blue at number 1.
Wow. I think okay, that's nice.
Only because I don't want to smoke it. But I mean, again, I didn't like it. But you know, I will give away the other one that I have, and I think I even have 2, so I might even do 2 in that pack, and the rest, you know.
So you didn't like it from the beginning. No,
and it's funny because when I posted it on my Instagram, I mentioned that I enjoyed the ambiance, and I had one of my buddies that helped me pair it with something that made it a little better. And people are like, "Well, it's funny that you didn't like that cigar, but you made a comment that you enjoyed them." And I enjoyed it. If you read the post, it did say I had a friend had to, give me something to pair it to make it decent and I called it a unique cigar. And I put there, it's just, I enjoy great friends, great cigars and stuff like that. But I didn't mean that my father was a great cigar. Just I know that because I had to respond to somebody who just mentioned, they're like, oh, funny you mentioned that you didn't like that cigar I'm like, no, if you read the comments again, or the post, I said it wasn't, it was just unique. But the pairing is what helped. Anyways, go ahead.
That's fair.
Well, I said it earlier. I really enjoyed the first one. I somewhat enjoyed the second one. And the more I smoked them, the more I was kind of like, I've played, not I've played this game before, but like it's like I've seen this movie before. It kind of fell into the mass of like the new worlds and everything else that AJ does and everything. And I was just like, it's good, not great. It's not like standout to me anymore. No. I did like it when I first reviewed it. And this becomes the problem and why people say you should smoke like a couple before you do a review sometimes. I think the first one I ever smoked was a review. And I was like, oh, this is so good.
Which size?
I smoked for the review, I believe it was a 654. And then I think I smoked on the podcast, the Gordo, the box press Gordo.
Oh, yeah. Okay, maybe.
And both of which was in like 2 or 3 weeks of each other. Liked both of them. Smoked a couple more cents because I was like, oh, I'm going to buy them again. They're a good price right here, this or that. And I think I had the Toro again. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know. I was not blown away anymore. But, that's what your brain does, right? The more exposure it has to it, the more you're kind of like, yeah, I've had this. It's good. I mean, the construction and the burn and everything, it's always great. I mean, that's AJ for you. But
yeah, so this is the one I had was the Robusto that I wasn't a big fan of.
So part of the reason I ask is when I looked at reviews for these, like I smoked it in the Toro for review, but the understanding I have is that the Toro and Gordo tend to be a sweeter profile, and the smaller sizes tend to be a more woody profile. It's already earthy at its baseline.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that combination of wood and earth might be a little less appealing than kind of a sweeter earth profile. And so I'm wondering if that's the split. If people were trying the 2 smaller sizes and then they didn't like it, if they tried the bigger sizes, they did. I don't know.
I need to try the Robusto. I've never had that one.
And Brian says he loved the Toro but hated the Gordo. Okay.
That makes sense. I think I even remember when we did that episode and I was smoking the Gordo, I feel like I said something like it's got a very loose draw. I'm getting a lot more. Yeah, it's a lot less. It's a lot harder to get the prevalent flavors out of it, but it was a sweeter profile. I did like.
Yeah, I didn't do a full cut. I was cautious because I knew with like my father in general, it's always like a fucking wind tunnel. Like they're wide open.
It's like that wind tunnel that killed Nicolas Cage in Face Off. He's like, okay, good. You guys get that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, so before we keep moving forward, we didn't give our final thoughts on the cigar. You want to do that now?
Let's do it.
So let's start off with Randall. What do you think?
Yeah.
Buddy?
All right. So obviously you guys saw 9 had some issues, but it is the first and only one I've ever smoked. I am not opposed to trying it again at some point. I do believe that some of the issues come from the awkward shape of it. They're trying to do something interesting, which I appreciate. However, the flavors were there, and I can't fully judge the cigar on this one because I feel like it's not fair to the cigar. And since also, for one, I've had the cigar all of 3 or 4 days, put it straight into dry box. Dry box might have been a little small for that cigar. And yeah, but while I was smoking it, did enjoy it. Think it could be better than what I had. So I would smoke it again. So my rating is, I would suggest it to people based off of what I had. And but maybe warn them of construction issues possible. But I would have to smoke it again.
So you did like a 2-pack, or like
I would say pick up a couple.
Yeah.
Let it age. Maybe if you have to smoke one right then, try whatever. Like I said, mine had too much of it could have been on me, and I can't judge it if it's on me. So I would say pick up let's see, it's a $15 cigar, so 5 is 60. I would say pick up 2 or 3, test it. If you like
they're
it,
in a 4-pack. They're in a 4-pack box. So
okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, math. Yeah. I would say pick up 2. That's 30. Smoke one now. Smoke one with age, and then if you like them, obviously pick up the 4. Pick up more, whatever. But yeah, pick up 2.
Okay. Steven?
So while I appreciate I can't judge this off of an experience of one. We're not an experience of one. And so we all had some kind of wrapper crack issue around the cap. So there's something there, right? There's some kind of construction issue inherent to the size. But I agree with you. I appreciate a company doing something interesting. That said, like, is it interesting because you're, as a consumer, looking for something neat on the holiday and they're filling that need for you? The other side of that is, for me, it's a pretty like kind of like leathery kind of profile, and it just increases with intensity as it goes.
Yeah.
And so for me, it was not the profile that I personally look for in cigars. However, I'm glad to say I tried it. So this is kind of a try a single for me. I don't think it's a bad cigar, but it's a single for me.
Got it. For me, I did have that little crack and whatever, but I did really enjoy the flavor notes of it. It didn't increase too much in leather. I mean, I did get some leather, but I think for me it's going to be a 4-pack or 5-pack worthy cigar. I don't know about a box. Well, but the box only comes with 4, right? So even if you call it a box worthy, it's a 4-pack. But it's definitely one that I would pick up a couple just to have, because I really did enjoy it. I love that Vitola, and I got really good flavor notes, and the retro was just phenomenal for me. Again, I really enjoyed that cigar.
I really just wish they would have kind of filled it out a little bit more and, I think if you fix the draw issue and you fill it out, you're not going to get a cap crack if you don't wind the pigtail too tight, especially if it's lightly filled. Yep. Having a light pack is going to affect all of the rest of that. How tight the pigtail can be wound, your experience of what's going to happen when cutting it, and that wide draw. And so you're getting a lot of air added to the profile. And I have to wonder if some of those really interesting nuances we got was, kind of with a shallower puff or something like that, where we weren't moving quite as much air and could really taste the profile.
Yeah.
Also,
it exploded at the end here for me. I mean,
that's what it did to me. But also, I will say this on Steven's point. I had a weird freak out because of the weird shape. When I was lighting, you know how usually you have a shaggy foot. That's what they call it, right? Like a closed foot, shaggy foot, whatever. You could tell, like, oh no, this is the part you light. This cigar almost looked like you could have cut it from either side.
Yeah.
And so I had a weird freak out when I was lighting it during the intro. I was like, did I just screw this up? Did I light this thing upside down? And I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at the band, and I'm like, is this one of those weirdo cigars where they want you to smoke it upside down? It's capped at the foot. Do you guys agree? It is capped.
It's capped. It's absolutely capped.
It's capped. It's rounded.
Sure.
It is not flat at all. It is rounded at the foot. And I almost feel like you could almost cut the foot. I mean, not the foot. I'm sorry. The foot. Yeah, the foot.
Totally.
I feel like you could cut the foot with a straight cut.
That was my foot.
Oh, you cut it?
Totally. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like if I had another one, and maybe if you guys haven't had it yet and you get it, try cutting the foot, because I actually feel like it had a weird Like it took me a long time. I had a torchlight, and I was like, what am I like? I'm trying to do it. I'm like, this thing is not going to burn right. Like, so yeah, I had to freak out.
I went through the same thought process with it, and I even when we were starting, like I tried to see if there was any air movement, like you would kind of on a shaggy foot or an unfinished foot, to see maybe they intend me to taste this wrapper. But there was no airflow, so I'm like, well, I can't taste the wrapper if there's no airflow, so cutting it off.
So you did a little bit better, more research than I did on it because I didn't even look at it. I said, hey guys, what are we talking about? And I'm already like lighting the whole foot, and I'm like, I felt like I was lighting it upside down completely,
dude. I tried to do the cold draw, and I was like, holy crap, this is a very tight draw. I was like, this is not going to be fun. But then I look at the bottom, I'm like, oh look, it's closed. Well, that could be it. That could be the reason. But I didn't cut it like Randall. I lit the bottom part and let it.
And you did it with a soft flame, right?
No, I use torch. I never use soft flame.
Oh,
I don't have a soft flame.
I thought you had a soft flame. I don't know.
No. I did the hybrid.
Soft flame.
I did the hybrid guy.
Yeah. Speaking of that, ST DuPont has a new lighter for $1,000. Going back to cigars.
Or if you go to a TikTok, they have the JT DuPont.
And
literally like the TikTok shop, they have like the guy just flicking the cap open so it makes that little noise. And it's all he's doing the whole TikTok live. He's like, bleep, bleep, bleep,
we have a similar algorithm.
I know, dude. I'm like, oh god, this guy again.
So yeah, no, it's an interesting way to do it. I do appreciate them trying something else. Now, are all the holiday Baubles like that? Do you guys know? This is the first experience I've had.
Yeah, it's my first one. Yeah, my first one.
I haven't looked into the 24 or anything like that, but I am curious.
So, are there many holiday cigars out there? Like, I guess we never really touched on that. I know there's the holiday, the Stillwell Star holiday one, but besides that, I know like
there's a Krampus.
Is there Krampus?
Yeah, one of these companies do a Krampus. Brotherhood Cigars do a Krampus.
I never heard of that.
And Cigar Clown says the Festivus.
Sir Louis does the Christmas meats.
How's that going, by the way?
Dude, this is fucking good, dude. Like, I really do like their street meat lines because they're basically their orphan cigars, right? So and what I like about Sir Louis is that he actually goes out to like DR and smokes the shit before he decides to buy them and put them in his packs.
Dude, Hunter can sell me anything, man. I get on one of his lives, and I'm like, damn it. Now I gotta buy a pussy magnet.
Yeah. Every time I watch his fucking live, I'm my poor wallet is like, no more.
Yeah, it's like don't watch it. Don't watch it.
Yeah, but yeah, and there's another Christmas one. Chochi Bobby has a Christmas one, the Grinch. I've had the 2024, and that was actually pretty good. I haven't had the new one yet. Is there any other? I feel
like there's, how people get about what's the movie Die Hard. Die Hard is a Christmas movie or is not a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
I feel like you could totally go down the list of like Zodiacs, like Davidoff Year of the Horse released before the Year of the Horse because they want to be the first ones. Is that a Christmas movie? Yeah, kinda. I mean, they're releasing it this time of year each year now, so.
Yeah, and I mean
that's weird to me.
Yeah, no, but like honestly, like for me, I think Die Hard. Going back to that, Die Hard is definitely a Christmas movie because it came out and it's like it's during the holidays and a Christmas themed. So I feel like it is a Christmas movie. Again, people might think different. But
the Year of the Horse releases the Placencia and the Davidoff must be.
Hey, it must be a Christmas one, right?
if we're gonna open that can of worms, I think it's a Christmas movie too because it has a Christmas party in it. And honestly, here's how I base all this. And I know this is weird caveat, and we're past time and everything, but I got to say this: I do photography and video for a living, And I do it for a company that has a lot of departments in it, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't use a Christmas snapshot I took of downtown in the summer because there's wreaths, there's holly.
Yeah.
So that movie is a Christmas movie because they're at a Christmas party and there's a lot of Christmas elements in it. And you can't say, oh, this could be, I mean, you could watch it in July. Obviously, no one cares. It's a great movie.
Well, just think about what song is playing at the end of the movie. That to me is
the soundtrack epitomizes that it's a Christmas movie.
dude, exactly. It doesn't.
Steven, do you think it's a Christmas movie?
Outside.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
Well, and Die Hard 2 sucked, but I think that was the one on the airplane and it had snow in it. But that's not a Christmas movie. That's just a winter movie. It happened in the winter.
The first one's a Christmas.
First one's a Christmas movie, definitely. And then the third one's a summer movie. Everybody's sweating in that movie. And that's a great movie, by the way. With
There was a lot of sweat. Yeah.
Well, who was Die Hard with a Vengeance with what's that guy's name?
Samuel
L. Jackson.
Yeah,
That's a summer movie, dude. I'm sorry. Tank tops, headaches. Yeah, I have headaches in the summer because I drink too much.
So Joseph has mentioned the Filthy Gooligan, but that's a
that's a Christmas movie. That's a Christmas.
That's also a Christmas one too.
Gooligan. It's like Ernest Scared Gooligan.
Oh man, dude! I remember Ernest Saves Halloween or something. He had a bunch of. He saves Christmas.
Stupid. Ernest Scared Stupid is the
Scared
Halloween.
Stupid
one.
was a Halloween, and then he saves Christmas on the Christmas one.
You know that
I'm becoming Red Randall, by the way. Like,
dude, keep drinking.
I know that's what I'm doing.
Hey, look at Steven over there, Orange Randall. Salud, gentlemen.
Look who just popped into the chat.
Are we doing a long episode because we're gone for a while?
Dude, I'm cool to stay on if y'all are up for it or y'all want to cut it.
I got some time.
Yeah. I got plenty of cigar to go. So I don't know. Steven's not smoking right now because he's probably gonna stay for a review next.
I was debating. Yeah.
Steven, get a Robusto, stay on, and we'll just chat about Christmas crap because it's like less than 10 days. It's like Hanukkah.
Well, I said I had it out here. So
oh dang. No, but if you're gonna do a review on it,
no. I'm not gonna actually record a review. I don't do that anymore since YouTube doesn't let me. So bug them.
Yeah, exactly.
Water, absolutely. Moment of respect for Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Dude, since we're all right, guys. So we're technically done with the actual episode. We're chatting. We're herfing now. I think. I will say, Bruce Willis hit that late 80s. I'm Not Arnold at the perfect time because average build, and I believed everything he did.
But dude, he came from a sitcom show, like a romantic comedy sitcom show,
and he came from a movie called Honeymooners or Moonlighters or something like that.
Well,
right?
The Moonlighters or Moonstory was the show he came out in.
Oh, that was a show. Okay, yeah,
it was a show that he did as a whatever it's like a romantic type comedy. Moonlighting. There you go. Cigar.
Thank you.
Damn, Todd. There you go. Todd.
Cigar aficionado said Moonlighting.
He also is showing a little bit of his age too, by the way. But yeah. But I remember that. I remember the show. So like, I'm 45. So like, I'm old school. Yeah, Steven, I still wear my wrestling t-shirts. But anyways,
39.
Oh, shout out to the GOAT John Cena for retiring.
There you go.
Anyways, it says the point.
36 here, but I think we can all get most of the same references.
Shut up,
anyways.
No.
Hey, I like old shit.
Look, DC's already wants to like get off, and I'm like, he's not even on the damn show, and he already wants to like cut the show.
Damn it, DC, get your ass on camera.
Yeah, dude.
You could smoke a Corona and we'll be good. So when's our next episode, guys? Like, is it like January?
Let me bring up the trusty calendar. Our next episode is gonna be we have on the 7th of January. We have Chris from Luxury Cigar Club.
Nice.
Which, by the way, Luxury Cigar Club is our sponsor
Oh,
Don't
so we
forget to use
gotta.
first time code 15. Let me finish my spiel, Randall. Jesus. Anyway, I'm playing right
No,
now.
yeah,
Yeah, so use first time code 15 for 15% off the initial order of anything that's not a box. If you're a box member, you get 20% off. Also above the level construction for all foundation, concrete block, retaining walls, and other projects. Free estimates in the southern Los Angeles or Southern California area. Call 626-265-1657. So yeah.
all I was gonna say,
Go
I
ahead.
gotta save at least one of my luxury cigar club cigars for January 7th, so that I could say, "Hey, thanks," right?
Yeah, we might need to do that because I don't know if the box will get here by then. Because I think we all got our boxes like around the 10th, 11th.
Oh yeah.
So I'm probably gonna save the one of them. I don't know which one. Probably the crocodile or something. Or maybe we can. It's one that we've all had, so we can kind of like have a good conversation with them. And
Well, and I still
don't know.
have some from last month. So, like, honestly,
You do?
yeah, man.
I
Yeah.
smoked them all, dude.
I have not smoked that one that was really what was the one that was the Connecticut? I haven't smoked it yet.
Oh, the J London?
The
Yeah,
J London, dude.
Yeah,
That's a good
and
one.
everybody, maybe I'll
I like-
save that one. No, I just it was one that I'm like, that's gonna be a morning cup of coffee kind of cigar. And I was so busy at work last week, I didn't get remote days or whatever. And then on my weekends, I really like to go like, full bodied with rum or whiskey or something. And then the night, I don't smoke in the morning on the weekend. So, that one's
that's my
still
favorite
there.
time to smoke a fucking cigar, dude.
In the morning.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Like all my
man.
reviews, if you see, my short reviews, right? But all of them, if you see, it's like super daylight because it's in the morning, man. I get to have my cup of coffee. I get to enjoy I let my wife sleep. I'm up like at 8 in the morning. Even if I go to sleep like at 2, I'm up early. So like I'll have my cigars and I'm just chilling and recording, and I'll jump on a live or whatever, right?
Well, for me, I like to. So on Sundays, my wife does her stuff. I do my stuff. But it's like at the end of the day, 8 p.m. or later, we're together eating dinner and watching something on TV or whatever. But it's like after the cigar and liquor and beer and coffee or whatever I'm pairing it with, it's like, okay, that's the end of my weekend. This is the last of the cigars, whatever. Because in the mornings we sleep in. We don't have kids, so we sleep in. We'll wake up at like 11:30 in the morning, and then eat a late lunch and all that. So we're lazy as hell.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
There you go.
Yeah, my toddler's not gonna let me sleep in.
What time's your toddler wake you up?
It's between 6 and 7 usually.
Wow.
6, 7. Nah.
6, 7. Oh, God damn it, Randall. Well, actually,
Salud. Oh yeah. By the way,
Steven started it.
Germany, Austria, right here.
Hell
My
yeah.
new glass.
How's that one starting off there, Steven? Typical AJ style?
It's an AJ. Yeah. Earth Spice.
That's the epitome. But Earth Spice, you know what to expect, and you're like, yeah, it's good.
No.
So Joe,
Not good?
I went with whichever one is the Bellicoso, and dude, this is fucking phenomenal, dude. It's just look at the freaking burn line and the ash, dude.
Yeah, dude, I gotta say that's got a great construction.
For you get 5 cigars for like, I think it's like $35 or 30 or something like that. It's so stupidly well priced, and dude, even if you have one bad one, the other ones make up for it. Like, but anyways, yeah. So what's next? I'm on Christmas break. Gonna burn through my sticks. Do a few reviews. There you go.
But
Yeah,
Joe was
on
asking
the
us about
CI.
our meats.
We got fingers and pinkies in people's products. And we got vaginal note. What else did Randall say?
I said vegetal note.
I know, but it almost has a with your twang. It almost sounded like vaginal.
No twang here, man. Normal accent. No accent.
And then I got meat in my mouth. So
Yeah. So Joe, I'm going turkey. my grandma has given me the another round of test. She doesn't really want to do Thanksgiving, or rather, she did Thanksgiving. She doesn't want to do Christmas. She's tired from Thanksgiving still. She's 86. She's allowed to be tired. And last time she let us have it, we did a taco bar thing, and she was not pleased with non-traditional. She was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "It's taco bar. It's easy. Everybody can make what they want." Like, and so we decided, okay, we're gonna make her happy. We will do traditional, like turkey. Like, she can bring her bean salad and her homemade cranberry sauce.
Ooh,
Got
nice.
some side. It's gonna be like traditional. So
Well, that's good. It's good. Like for us, since most of our families, Mexican, we do like the pozole, the menudo, the tamales
it's nice.
for Christmas, and then like for Thanksgiving, we were supposed to do a ham, a holiday ham, and we didn't do it. And I think it's a perfect time to bust out the king cheese smoker that I got.
Yeah, buddy. I'm excited to see
yeah.
your review.
Dude. Yeah, so like, plus I got king cheese, like, hey, don't forget to post a review. I'm like, well, I need to fucking test it out first before I post a review on it. So for Christmas, that's probably what I'm gonna do is just put the ham in the smoker and just let it go.
That's cool. My grandma fully considers ham the meat of Easter, and so ham on Christmas is not her thing. She does that for Easter, which is totally weird. I'm not gonna go into why, but Judaism. So okay. I'm looking at what Todd wrote here. We're having ham for Christmas, going to my ex-wife's for Christmas Eve with my current wife. You have painted a picture of a shit show, sir. I am very curious about this.
Dude, but like I've seen it like people now that are really good friends with their exes. Like because you marry somebody, they're because you're friends and you get along, and then of course shit happens in life, right? So
there's probably kids involved, maybe, or
yeah, we all get along great. Yeah, so that's good. That's a plus, because that's very rare. That's a very, very rare thing for your ex and your current to get along. But
yeah,
it happens, man. It's good. It's good for you, Todd, man.
I am very happy for you, Todd.
Hell yeah.
I just imagine what that would look like for me, and it would not be good.
The good thing is I never had an ex, so like I never, like, my wife was my first girlfriend, and we got married, so I don't have to worry about that.
That's nice. My wife wanted to go to Disneyland, but knew that I'd had like passes with my ex, and we were not allowed to go to Disneyland for a lot of years.
I can see that. Yeah. He went to Vegas with his ex's
that is a different kind of relationship. You are very mature adults.
That's awesome.
Good night, Todd.
Good night, Todd. Thank you for joining, brother. Appreciate the support, man. I love that logo, dude. If you have stickers, dude, let us know. I will fucking send you cash for your stickers, man. That's badass. Hopefully you do. But anyways, so what, like, do y'all have like a movie y'all watch during the holidays? Like, we have a couple, but like for one, The Grinch. That's one of my favorites. As even I say growing up, but I was already in my 20s when that movie came out. So
I have a couple of weird ones. I like Jingle All the Way. I like Arnold, especially in his
Turbo Man. You can define Turbo Man.
Yeah, his prime. That was, honestly, the late 90s and in the early whatever, all of that was his prime. I like Love Actually. I just think it's a really good feel-good movie with it's an ensemble cast. I love ensemble casts. I like, as soon as you start getting bored with a story, they switch it over.
Is Love Actually a Christmas movie?
I feel like Love Actually is a Christmas movie. Is it not?
The one
I
I don't remember. I don't remember too much. I remember watching it. I just don't remember what it is.
Liam Neeson's character buys all I remember, Liam Neeson's character buys a bracelet or something for his secretary, but his wife finds out.
Oh.
And so it's like a Christmas party thing or whatever. Also, Office Christmas Party is a funny.
Oh yeah, dude, I like that one.
That's a funny feel good. It makes you want to like go out and drink with people and like join an office just to get like the Office Christmas Party.
That one was a good movie. That one was I like that one. Like for us, we watch The Holiday with Jack Black and
that's a great movie.
Yeah, dude, and
Kate Winslet,
Cameron Diaz, Kate Winslet, and forget the other British guy's name, but that's one of our favorite ones to watch also during the holidays.
Yeah, guys in the chat, what guys and girls, what's your favorite holiday Christmas movie to watch? I'm one of those like the really old ones that are classics too. Like if I catch them any point in the movie and I have time, I don't mind finishing them. A Christmas Story, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation or whatever, or Christmas
Home Alone.
You
gotta mention Home Alone.
Home Alone's a good one. Home Alone 2 is a good one. Dude, Home Alone 3 that went straight to video, actually funny. It didn't have Macaulay Culkin. He had aged out of it. Had some other kid, but man, that's a funny movie.
Nice. My wife's
I can't say I remember it.
My wife's siblings have like a tradition to watch the Harry Potter movies. That's something that her family has always done.
You know what's funny? When I was building the smoker, I was watching Harry Potter. Like I like the Harry Potter, all of them, right? I read the books and then I watched the movies, and then you realize the movies really cut down a lot of what the book has. But anyways, yeah, and it's funny because you mentioned that because now, as you know, during the holidays, I'm setting up the Christmas tree and I'm watching Harry Potter.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer I'd born. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer I'd bone.
You boned the sorcerer?
There are a whole list of porno names related to Harry Potter. Harry Pooter.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I feel like we need to have that drum solo from Pornhub.
I am not Googling this,
dude. I bought a
please don't.
I bought a porno recently,
safe search,
and I thought it would be good, but it had Russell Crowe in it, but it was called Gladiator.
Oh, Randall.
Gladiator. Astro Gladiator.
Yeah, you hear it? Do you hear the porno
Yeah,
name?
I hear it.
Yeah, Steven gets it.
Yeah.
Gladiator.
Oh God.
Reminds me of a time a few years ago when I rented one, and I started hearing Morgan Freeman's voice, and I was like, I really thought Deep Impact would have been.
the bad part, it didn't detract Randall from what he was doing to himself. He's like,
man was on a mission.
Threw me off, but I finished.
No.
Now I see why we limit these to an hour and a half.
That is why.
Imagine if this was liquor and not beer. Like, oh man.
I feel like
DC.
Jesus, take the wheel.
DC's like, I'm glad I'm not a part of this crap.
All right, guys. So we're at 2 hours. I think we're good to cut it. We give you all an extra 30 minutes. Anything coming up down the pipe for either of y'all?
Yeah, man. I got the usual humidor tour part, whatever we're on out of 15 parts series. I'm not kidding. It's actually is a 15-part series. So drop that every Wednesday. And then I'm doing like quite a few more like accessory unboxings, those kind of videos. I moved all the reviews over to Rumble, but with my Leaf Brief that I started doing. I've been kind of doing my weekly reviews there. So giving my like top picks of the week lineup with that. So I've got another one of those that'll get posted later tonight. It's already recorded. I just got to edit it down for y'all. But that's it for me.
For me, I do have a Gotta Fire Series B 2020 review that it's mostly filmed. I'm editing it down just a little bit more because for some reason I'm like not super happy with it. Well, and this was the Robusto. It was a great cigar. Yeah, it was a Robusto. I filmed it the Sunday of Thanksgiving break and still have not released it. So I feel like, oh, look at me having content.
There you go.
But you know, in the meantime, I had like the Luxury Cigar Club unboxing come out, and I had some shorts come out of like different things that got sent to me, and so that's the review that's filmed. I do have like a part 2 of a short that I did earlier. I had some stuff sent from Zeal Cigars. Yeah, and so I did part 1, and I got to do part 2 for that. And then obviously there's going to be some reviews coming out over the course of the next few weeks where there's a lot of time off work, so I have time to film stuff. Yeah. And you know, I got some stuff sent from Chimole and stuff that I'm going to probably get into.
You lucky bastard.
Nice. Yeah, I saw those guys. I saw those guys last week. They hung out at Sal's birthday and Hound Dog Matt's birthday celebration at the CEO Baller Lounge. And brought us all some of the new Foxy Chimole.
I want to try that one. Is it good?
Yeah. I don't know. It's sitting right here in my humidor. I'm going to try it this week.
Dude, I have it too. And I was like, I want to try it right now, but I got to give it age. I got to give it time to acclimate.
So, but give it time to acclimate. But I will say that the one that I've been talking about all year long that was called Zorro is this. This is the release. So it turns out Zorro is trademarked. And so the Foxy Chimole is basically an aged version of the cigar that I smoked from them in the spring. In the spring.
At PCA?
No, we hung out at they're here local, so I see them a few times a year.
Lucky.
And so they brought me an unbanded one before it was all set to release. So they told me that one I smoked that I loved, like my favorite of their releases. I loved it. I only had like 2 or 3 months of age. So this one now having 8 months of age, I'm really excited to compare, but it is, I think, my favorite of their offerings.
I gotta say, I really enjoyed the band. I think it's, I mean, obviously collaborative, right? But I think the band, I was like, oh man, I really want to try this one. Yeah. Also, I'm excited that they're going bigger with their sizes, right? Like Pangu and everything is in like a Robusto, right?
Beautiful cigar.
Oh, you have a cellophane on yours. I didn't even have a cellophane on mine.
They told me that they actually had sent all of the ones they had out. And so they said this one came directly from Arizona, from Fox. So
Fox cellophaned it.
Yeah.
Just the price tag.
So when they send it to you, they don't have it on cellophane.
Right? Well, I think it was they sent out like their stash that they had, and then they got a box of like the final production stuff to send or to give us at the lounge.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. Yeah, because I had their Pangu Dynasty and Pioneer in cellophane, and they're bigger sizes. And then they had the Fox, and it was uncellophaned. And I was like, God, I want this right now, but it's off of a hot plane or a hot truck or whatever. I'm acclimating it. So I'm just,
Also, look, check it out. Zeno, Nicaragua ain't bad. Zorro reminded me of it.
Yeah, Zeno, Nicaragua is not a bad.
I like that cigar, dude.
Yeah,
I think there's a little more sweetness.
Oh no,
no. Don't get the silver. Go yellow, and don't mellow on that. Stay yellow.
Don't mellow that yellow.
Don't mellow the yellow. If yellow, let mellow. If brown, flush it down. No, but I had the Spectrum, and it wasn't a bad cigar. I don't see the price point being what it is. If it almost has the same flavor profile of the Nicaragua, dude. I don't understand what makes it that expensive. I mean,
Is it expensive?
I don't, dude. Yeah, if you look at the platinums, the Spectras, and all that stuff, dude, they're pricier. Because the Xeno is like $10 or like $8, $9.
It's like 8.
Whereas, yeah, so the other ones, I think they're like $35. Or yeah, I could be lying, but I want to say it's high. I'm looking for that it's the Spectra Grandmaster.
I've
right?
seen them on like some discount sites and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
bidding
on
websites.
the bid, the bid website or the Monkey website, you find them super cheap.
Also,
But if you go buy them,
Thompson.
like, yeah, if you actually go buy them, well, they're not bad. They're like $25. Oh, $20.
But that's the fundamental problem with a site like that, right? Is like my impression is that those are not high-end cigars anymore because I know what I can get them for, so they've lost that tier to me.
Yeah. And honestly, I'll be honest. What spoiled them for me, and this might just be what it was. It was the first cigar I remember smoking after getting COVID, the first or second time I ever got it, and it tasted so spoiled. I lost my taste for it. Like, I think I'd had it before COVID as well, and when I tried it again, I was like, "Oh, this is terrible." And then I had like 3 or 2 left or something like that. And then I smoked it again several months later, and I was like, I still don't like it. So I don't know if my brain just recalculated, like, oh, this cigar sucks. But Nicaragua, the yellow band, yeah, I like that one. And
I like that
nice.
one a lot. Yeah, I see that as a good like morning cigar, or like if you're just gonna just want a cigar just to like chill with your buddies, or like if you're gonna mow the lawn. I see the Nicaragua being a great option. Real quick, we got someone from Dubai, Cigar Chronicles. Hello from Dubai.
Cigar Chronicle, yeah. Hello.
Yeah. So,
what time is it in Dubai?
Well, he said morning, so I'm pretty sure it's like early in the morning.
So, Frank, what you got coming up?
I really need to start pushing out the last bit of long format reviews that I have for YouTube, and then I'm gonna probably do another video with my top 5, top 10, and but I'm gonna just continue with my. I've been having so much fun with the quick reviews on Instagram, dude, and I've been getting like decent views on them, so I'm sticking with that, but. I do have a backlog of a lot of long format videos that I need to just push out.
Are you going to do the half wheel consensus with the top 25?
Yeah. I'm gonna do that as well this year because I didn't do it last year and want to just try it out. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna submit it or anything, but I do want to just do it just to
nice.
Kind of like
That's I forgot to mention I was gonna do a top list of the year. I don't know when I'm going to film it yet, but I got to go through my Instagram, my YouTube, my camera roll, remember what I smoked, try to remember why I liked it, and go from there. According to Ugo, I like everything anyway, so it's going to be hard to narrow. It's going to be hard to narrow down, but
but then again, so Ugo is a very picky person when it comes to his cigars, and I mean I respect his taste and stuff with or that he does that, but like. I try to look for other notes in any type of cigar that I'm smoking that may not like say like a cigar that he might not like. I try to like find notes that I like or like whatever it's just it's all subjective, but
sure.
Yeah, I try to at least say if I'm not super enjoying the profile, at least say in the review something like great construction, not for me completely. It's got notes of this or that. Like I try to keep it positive anyway, but. I remember when I look at a photo, I'm like, oh, that was a great cigar. And I remember who gave it to me or if I bought it. So
I'm telling you, keep a running list next year. It'll make your life so much easier at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
I have to do that.
Well, was that the
Fermin Perez, the bowl?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what my top cigar this year was, but I That's some good ones. That's some really good ones.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, like I think I've had way more good cigars than I've had bad cigars. I think I've only had a couple. Like, I think I've had like maybe about 5 or 6 that I was like, no, and
Yeah.
I had one. I had one today that I just did not like. It was the Sir Louis Cocaine 9 Connecticut. I just did not like that one, and I won't post it, because
Keep
whatever.
it
But
positive.
on Discord though, I did the equivalent to the Saw Stomp. I kind of just threw it in the back of my truck. I was like, fuck this, I'm not gonna smoke this anymore. But yeah. So I've had some pretty good luck with cigars this year, and so it's gonna make the list a little harder for me because if you look, I got a lot of cigars that are in the 4s, and I think that's why like now I do want to switch over to that, like the 5-pack box worthy. I don't think I want to do numbers anymore because it just seems like Rando, like I like everything, but it's just I've had luck with cigars and choosing the cigars that I've smoked.
Well, and also probably you just like cigars and what they represent in general, right? Like for me, even if it's not like hitting exactly what I wanted to hit, I can find some good in it because I'm like, oh, I'm still out here smoking a cigar. It's very rare.
Not all
I'm
bad.
like, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's very rare. It's very rare where I'm like, oh, I can't do this one. However, there's been some on the podcast where I'm like, oh, don't go to me. I don't like it.
Yeah. No,
But
I mean, some of the reviews we've had aren't the greatest, and
I didn't like the Cohiba Rubicon. That's not going to make anything. I was excited.
It wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible, but I didn't see the hype about it. You know what I mean?
No, I think the hype was that they lowered their price on a Cohiba brand, and I was like, well, this is kind of what it probably should cost or less. Yeah, but I was excited beforehand.
Yeah. I've been seeing the Oliva
Advent calendar.
Advent calendars and dude, honestly, Oliva they have good cigars. They're not like high end or anything like that, but they're pretty solid. I mean, they're a brand that's been around for a long time, and they make
massive production.
The G's a great Cameroon.
The
G's a good Cameroon.
And the nubs are really good too, and those are all Oliva.
Yeah, the nubs are great. I think the nubs is where they shine. The V's pretty good.
I've yet to have the Melanio Maduro. That's one that I need to buy and smoke this coming year. That's what I'm gonna try for.
Hey, hot take. The what's the one? The Master Blends 3. I'm not a huge fan. Everybody likes that one.
I think it's a solid cigar. I mean, it's not one that I can say, oh my god, this is amazing, but it's a cigar that I can smoke and be like, it's
I didn't like
cigar
it
to be a cigar.
I bought a $5 on one of those bidding websites, and I tried like 1 or 2, and I was like, I just can't get behind this, but everybody loves it, so I started bombing them out because everybody liked them anyway.
Yeah. Peter, you're gonna have to rewind about an hour, and we did a whole detailed thing on that. So yeah. And then what do we got? What is the Chronicle asking me? Do you feel like 22, 23, 24 production Cubans are smoking better fresh or with just acclimatized than past Cuban cigar? Yeah, no, I do agree with that. So 2019 crop years were good. 2019, 2020 crop years were good. 2020 into 2021, not so good. And 23, I would say, 23 forward, I think we're better crop years. I think you see a lot of issues kind of that are chalked up to like, it was a good year, it was a bad year vintage wise. I think also when you think about the COVID production, there were cigars that were just like sitting around in Cuba for an undefined amount of time waiting for boxes because of the global supply line issues related to COVID. They didn't have packaging. And so there's something weird that happened. And I don't know if that meant that the 2019, 2020 production was already aged when it got to us. So that's why that was good. And then maybe the 2020 through 2022 production was rushed. And that's why those weren't good. And now we're back on track. That's the only way that I can interpret that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, for those of us who are kind of in touch with like availability of like Cuban farm rolls and factory roll production, like factory rolls were pretty nicely available during those years because cigars were just sitting. What you got, buddy?
The Dutch Masters. Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Just laughing at that.
Nice.
That's pretty funny.
No, but I honestly think it's going to be that cigar we talked about. I won't give it away because I'm going to make Peter watch the episode again. But I think what we mentioned, it's going to be it. But we'll see. Hopefully, it's not. But you know, if I know CA, it's going to be that. But we'll see.
Right.
We'll see. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining, for commenting, and don't forget to hit the like. And I would say subscribe, but I think most of you are if you're getting you're on the podcast right now with us. And hopefully I'm working on pushing them out now, all these episodes on podcast websites. I want to do Spotify, Apple, and all that stuff. So they should be
Great.
up soon. Hopefully, I'm trying to get all the information from Matt. But yeah, dude. So thank you guys for watching, and we're gonna go ahead and end the episode here.
All right,
Peace.
guys. Have a good holiday.
Night.
Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate. Have a good one.
All right.